Hello everyone and welcome to my video today, and today we are going to go over how we can use drift bags to spawn good vagrants for other players. Now if you don't know what a drift bag is, it is essentially an item you drop in your world, and if it is abandoned it will be sent over to another player's world, but will be transformed into another item depending on what item was dropped in your world. Now how can you use the drift bag technique to spawn good vagrants? Well, it's actually really simple and doesn't take too long at all. And if you have a lot of spare sunlight medals or purging stones, you can really help others maybe running into a good vagrant. Now those are only two of the few items you can drop for them to qualify as a drift bag item. I'll leave the full list in the description for any of those that are interested. For the purposes of this video, we are going to be using sunlight medals. And also note, you do not have to be human to do this, you just have to be online. Now like I said, it literally does not require much time or effort to do this, and it is very basic to do. For a location, you can go to do this at anywhere you'd like, but preferably choose an early game area, as you actually don't want your drift bag items to be picked up. Instead you want them to be passed around to at least 10 other players' worlds, as we want to be aiming for spawning a good vagrant. It will 100% be a good vagrant if spawned, as this is how they spawn normally, whether it be intentional or accidental. We are just intentionally trying to spawn one. So for my location, I picked to do this at the sunlight altar, and I drop one medal at a time in these barrels over here, so that there's a slim chance of anybody picking the item up. Now after you do that, you have to reload the area by either killing yourself or homeward boning back to the bonfire. Simply resting at the bonfire does not work, as the area has to fully reset for the item to be passed along to someone else's world. A drift bag item will spawn in the other player's world exactly where you dropped the item, but for the vagrant it will spawn at the closest vagrant spawn area, and for the sunlight altar area it can spawn at this altar. This is where my friend encountered his first vagrant, and over the hundreds of hours I've put into Dark Souls I have never ever came across any sort of vagrant, and so I want to be able to help others to try and get one. And if you want to help the community by doing this, then please do. Hopefully we can together make these vagrants less rare than what they already are. So the next time you go to homeward bone back to a bonfire, get yourself into a routine of dropping one of the drift bag items every time before teleporting back. Each time you do this, you are creating a chance for ultimately spawning a good vagrant in that area for someone. Of course there is a little luck involved in spawning good vagrants, but by creating drift bags you open a chance to create a good vagrant for someone else in their world. So if you were looking for something to do with those excess sunlight medals, or even some of the other excess drift bag items you have, help create drift bags everywhere you go. And that's all for today everyone. If this video was helpful in any way, please show your support by liking the video, and remember to praise until you're hollow. Have a good one everyone.